Houdini, you look so tired.
He's sick of you watching the show, Mom.
I know. When I was finishing up watching it, he was like running around my room, like going from the window to the floor, to the closet, under my bed, back up to the window, and all around.
Well, if that's not a great place to intro, I don't know what is. Hi, everybody. I'm the Outback Al.
I'm Hot for Justice.
And I'm Chibi Noob.
And we've been watching Tokyo Mew Mew, which it's like Houdini's least favorite show, apparently.
Apparently.
It's racist towards cats.
I guess so.
Not.
Yep. Zoe, whatever her name is in Japanese, is just the frickin' cultural appropriation of cats. And he's not going to stand for it. Cats have had a hard enough time without other people trying to appropriate their struggle. Anyway, just we're watching Tokyo Mew Mew or Mew Mew Power, depending on which version. I don't know if like people are watching subbed, if people are watching dubbed. I'm still watching dubbed. What's everybody else doing?
I'm watching sub.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching.
And you're
sub
splitting
as
the
well.
difference. I thought you were also doing dub. Are you not doing that anymore?
It's
a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch up. It's just I need to figure out when I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, because it's like, because I didn't want us like doing this for like forever on this one because it's a little bit more. So we're like breaking it up. We're only doing half the series right now. We're like doing 4 episodes a piece. So this week we did like 5 through 8. And I'm realizing that like that would be like 8 episodes you'd have to watch every week.
Yep.
That's a lot.
It is. So I'm just kind of like, what?
Yeah. So no,
Am
I
I
get
doing
that.
with my life?
Probably be a little weird to like go back and forth. It's like I'm watching this one, the first one subbed, and the second one dubbed, and the third one like. Anyway, enough about that. We've already kind of covered like how we're all choosing to view. What did we think of these last couple episodes?
Let's start with episode 5.
As you do. Am I supposed to do the recap? But
Yes.
we have no
Do
idea
your
what I'm talking
recap.
about. Okay, so what's her face? Pinky is late for school. And she's running with her friends. This is episode 5, by the way. She's running with her friends, What's Her Face and No Name. And yeah, they have names. I don't know what they are. But she almost gets hit by a truck. And was it a truck or a car? I think it was a truck, because that was more impressive.
Yeah.
It was a truck.
Hang on, I gotta adjust my mic just a touch, I think. But she, like, backflips over the truck like it was nothing. And people were like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And like I guess the gymnastics team is like, hey Pinky, you need to join the gymnastics team because we suck and we need people. And I love the fact that 2 of the people on that team are Ash and Misty from Pokemon. And like I'm just gonna constantly, anytime like another anime character comes in that is just like Goku, it's like all I hear is Goku, and like the leader of the team that's Ash. That's it. And Misty, like, I'm gonna give points. I didn't notice it at first because they were doing a different thing, but like the person who did Misty is literally just doing Misty. And yeah, it's really obvious when you hear it.
Okay.
But yeah, so and then they're like, hey, you could you should do this and join a team because Mark will totally be into that. And, what does Pinky do if not nothing for Mark? And
Yep.
then what happened? Yeah, she joins the team and she's good, but she doesn't know how she's doing because she just like goes full feral cat or something. Pinky turns into like a feral cat person. And everyone's like, oh my god, you're so amazing. But really, she's just a friggin' cat playing with a ball or something.
Yep.
They're like, that's the greatest routine I've ever seen. And I'm like, you are a terrible gymnast. That's like all it takes. Apparently, they are bad gymnasts because apparently like the club's going under if they don't like place in some sort of regional competition or something. And of course, what's his face? I'm just calling him Kitty Cat because that's like his.
Quiche?
Oh.
Yeah, What's his name?
Dren.
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 I
Yes.
shouldn't give him a real
Nerd.
name, but whatever.
His
The
name's
dude with all the
Nerd.
jellyfish is like, what did he do? It's like some of the episodes are starting to blur together to me, but
Just call him Jelly Boy.
Yeah,
just
Jellyfish.
Call him Jelly Boy.
Mr. Jellyfish, Prince Jellyfish is Prince Jellyfish brings a jellyfish to the gymnastics competition where everyone is. Oh, and Pinky wasn't going to be able to go on and do her routine, whatever that was, until Mark got there. He's the only person I remember because like they say hi Mark in like every episode, and all I get is like, oh hi Mark. Like, I know it's a stupid association, but it's the association that I have. And
Fine.
he unleashes a jellyfish onto. God, what was the animal? What animal got?
A seal?
Yeah, it was No, that was a different one.
A sea lion.
Was it?
Lion?
Yes, it was a seal. Oh my God, yes. Wait, hang on. I gotta look at my notes. I actually didn't do notes of this. What is this?
I was gonna say, if you were gonna do these recaps, you should have had
I
notes.
should. Yeah, I wrote. That's like one of the last things I wrote. Where did the seal
Okay.
come from?
It was in the pool.
What? There was a pool?
Yeah, it came out of the pool.
I didn't know there was a pool. I didn't know why there was a pool at a gymnastics competition. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has like a party horn and hula hoops of death. And I'm like, that is definitely a Digimon as well. I don't know who designed like Tokyo Mew Mew. I'm like, I would not be surprised if at some point they worked on a Digimon manga or something. And yeah, so I feel like I'm peeking a lot, but it's exciting and it's interesting, I guess. So yeah, then I forget if the others showed up. Did Lettuce and Snobby Leia show up to help? Or okay.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, they
I like that
did.
the one person other than Mark is like Lettuce gets to have her real name because that's when you name your kid Lettuce, it's like they're gonna be called Lettuce.
Oh.
God, you know what? I really need to look at my notes, and I have not been doing. I'm gonna say this: up until the seal, I was going completely off of memory, so that's nice.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, that all happened. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
Okay, so for me, I was just kind of got bored with that episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I had fun watching her little Kit Kat gymnastics bits, but I'm like, on to the next one, because the next one's actually a little more interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just filler if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
I watched through all of Naruto, so you know this is nothing compared to that filler. I've seen
know.
way worse filler than
I've
just a
heard.
stupid
Yeah.
gymnastics team thing. I love the hula hoops of death. Which is just like I got such a kick out of that, and like he has to summon him with a party horn, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the most memorable episode, but I thought it was fun. I thought that the gymnasts, Ash and Misty's team, were just hilarious, and like they were like a cult, almost. Oh God, I wish I didn't really write any lines down for this one because there weren't any like really stick out, really funny lines. But like I don't know, just I thought it was hilarious whenever they're just like, hey, you need to join the gymnastics team. What do you say? And she's just like, no. Well, we didn't want to have to do this. We're kidnapping you.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, is this legal? Is this you can actually do this?
I mean,
And then not only did they kidnap her, apparently they stripped her down and put her in a different uniform. So like, after this, she's like, oh man, maybe this isn't so bad. I'm like, this is like assault now. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Cult of gymnasts?
I mean,
I knew you'd like that part.
Yeah, it's like it's insane.
yeah, no, it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. I wasn't kind of like I remember this episode from when I watched it the first time, and I honestly wasn't a fan of this episode either, mostly because of
I mean,
that
it's not
whole
a great
sequence.
episode. I'm making it sound more interesting than it is with my just general lack of wanting to remember who anyone is.
Right. But yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
Oh, I was gonna say, how about the part where, so, they are under attack, and, like, Rio, or Goku, I guess.
Goku, yeah.
Goku is, like, just, oh, smoke bomb.
Wait, what did he use? Oh, wait, yeah, he just had a random...
Oh, yeah!
Oh, I thought you were like, wait, did I
And
miss a
he
part where
used it
someone
to
just yelled
clear out the
smoke bomb and tried to
gym.
disappear?
Yeah,
Like,
he was
no,
just
yeah,
like,
he
oh,
utilized
there's
that
a
little differently.
fire. Smoke bomb.
Yeah, he knows Mark is evil, I think. I'm still convinced Mark is an alien, and that he's evil, and this is gonna turn into something. He's Prince Jellyfish's older brother who's gonna get the throne way before him. Or maybe he's the voice of the evil guy who wants the blue planet.
Okay.
But it's like a Tyler Durden situation, and he doesn't realize it. I don't know.
Alright.
You guys won't give me details, and I don't want you to give me details. So it's like I'm
I was
just
gonna
like
say,
throwing
do you
these
want
out.
us to
No,
tell
I'm
you
just
things?
throwing these out into the ether. You like I don't know if like people watch these regularly. If they do, I know we get some views, but I don't know if like someone's gonna like watch all of these. But like I feel like at some point we're just gonna get a counter of like theories that I have and how many times I'm wrong at some point.
No, there's gonna be a counter of theories that you have and how many times you are right.
How often have I been right? I'm not right usually.
I mean,
I think I think the only thing I got right was that in Devilman Crybaby, Rio was an angel.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I got anything right in Ergo Proxy. To be fair, we haven't been doing this that long, so there's less chance of me coming up with a theory for something. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Truth.
I feel like it's just gonna be a running thing. It's like I'm gonna come up with an idea of how I think the show's gonna go. It's never gonna go that way. So maybe I should just start saying stupid shit that like I don't want to happen, and that's what's gonna happen. That way it doesn't happen. But
We'll see.
that I jinx it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other thoughts on this? I feel like we were going off on tangents, but
Not really. Episode 6?
yeah, you guys don't care about episode 5. No one cares about episode 5. Let's go on to episode 6. Now, what happened in episode
Stuff in it.
6? Okay, so
Party time!
yes, party time. But first, Prince Jellyfish and Evil Voice Overlord are like talking about taking over the world. And
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
No.
No.
It's a Game of Thrones recap show. It's over now because the show's over, and I'm still
Right.
feeling the void of that. But he's like a gay hairdresser, and he like recaps the entire episode in like 8 minutes.
Oh.
Check it out. But I feel like I suddenly realized like, oh my god, is this what I'm doing? Because he never calls anyone like by their real name.
I might need to watch this.
It's good. They started like season 3, but it's good. Anyway, so Prince Jellyfish and Evil Voice Overlord dude are talking about stuff, and I think that was the point where he's like, "Hey, are you just like really into Pinky? What's going on here?" He's like, "No, I'm doing research, and I figured out how to make a super jellyfish fuse with a person." And like I'm like going like, "Okay, are you doing like the evil Power Ranger storyline? Because like I feel like I know this, and I feel like I've already seen the trope a little bit. Because when Lettuce showed up, either were trying to kill all the other Powerpuff Rangers, and I'm like, no, this is totally Tommy. This is totally Tommy from Power Rangers. And they resolve that one really easy. But I feel like we're going to eventually lead up to, like, one of the later Animal Ranger people is going to... I don't know. We haven't seen Wolf yet. I know Monkey's coming up. We haven't seen Wolf. I feel like Wolf's probably going to try to kill somebody. But, again, crazy theories that'll probably never actually come true.
Uh-huh.
I get frantic whenever I start doing this. Dad's into samurai movies.
Uh-huh.
Which he is instantly cool. Mom is super into him wearing roleplay stuff, so I'm like that. There's some things going on in the background. I think with Dad and Mom, they got some chemistry going.
They need to hang out with Madoka's mom and dad.
Yeah, I feel like they should be the ones hanging out with them. They seem like that really like cool double couple pair of people just doing stuff. Awesome. Love those two. They were in one scene, but I already like, you're good with me, because I like a good samurai movie as well. Then a Spanish lady,
Oh,
Spanish
okay,
piano
so
lady shows up, and everyone's speaking
clarification.
Spanish. What?
Clarification. So in the Japanese, they're speaking English because it's English.
Oh
They're
my
speaking
God.
Spanish.
Okay, so how bad is it? I
Oh,
need
it's
to
so
know
bad.
now.
Oh, so bad.
Because
it's so
like
bad.
the lady, and granted, I don't have a great ear for Spanish. I took some in high school. I'm not fluent in it, but she sounded fine. Goku does a terrible accent whenever he's speaking Spanish, and so does Wesley. I'm gonna call him Wesley because he reminds me of Princess Bride Wesley, so he can keep his name.
Okay.
But it is like, it's one of those like, look, I'm speaking fluent Spanish, but I'm totally keeping my totally normal Goku accent. Como está?
Oh boy.
It's bad. It's like
Yeah, it
funny
was-
bad.
I was wondering what language they were going to be speaking.
Yeah, they went with Spanish, and apparently, Pinky and Lettuce are like xenophobic, and they're like, oh no, we can't understand them. What do we do? And like, yeah, so.
Okay.
Oh wait, this was the
Next
one
part.
where Goku meets Mark and thinks he's evil. Okay, I thought that was the
Yes.
last
Yeah.
one. This is this one. Okay.
He's like, oh, so you're into guys like that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And what else? What else happened? They're throwing a party for endangered species. Good cause. And I guess this is the episode where Pinky is supposed to realize that Goku's a viable love option or something. Because it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like, okay,
literally
we're
the
really
whole
forcing
point of
this love
episode,
triangle now. Oh, that's great.
But also kind of like introducing the whole human predicite thing.
Yeah. The super jellyfish monsters. Well, we'll get there. That like they're having a party. I like how Goku said something about wearing a monkey suit. Goku's a monkey, and he doesn't like to wear suits in Dragon Ball either. And like the Lettuce and Pinky are like, I don't know what to do here. I don't feel comfortable here. And Snobby Leia is just like, no, I'm totally good with this. Hi, how are you? I'm Snobby Leia. Look at my buns. And like, I love Zoe's line read of, I think I hate her. Like, that's perfect. Don't change anything about that. Perfect up. Oh, and then Prince Jellyfish shows up. You know what? Let's be honest. I don't think he's a prince. I think he's a queen.
Oh boy.
And I don't think I'm the first person to make that assumption.
No, you're not.
So Queen Jellyfish shows up. I'm gonna have to do this for every series we do from now on. Queen Jellyfish shows up with a super jellyfish, and he steals the piano player's soul to make Kitara.
Chitara.
What?
Kitara?
Yeah, Kitara.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
'cause
it's half.
Chitara.
Yeah,
from-
Chitara and a Kitar and Kitara, and she's
Oh
just
my god.
she's playing the shit out of that Kitar. The 80s are alive and well, and there's a big fight. God, what else? Oh, I should mention the transformation music, because like everyone had like their own like little theme whenever they were doing it on their own. But if they all do it together, they put a pop song with it that I'm assuming is like in the same vein as their dub opening. I don't know if you've heard it, but it is. But like I'm listening to the lyrics, I'm just like, oh god, this is goofy. Like it's just one of those songs where it's like, you would have been better
Wait.
just leaving regular. But yeah, listen to it real
I
quick.
remember.
I'm trying to remember what that song was.
But I forget. Like it's not
it
registering to me what the
Metamorphosis?
lyrics are right now. But it's just like
What?
wow, okay.
I think it was called Metamorphosis.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, and that's like, and they ends with like some sort of. It ends with a line that goes something like, "Me plus you equals Mew Mew."
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wow, that's dumb. But I'm having fun, so I'm gonna listen to that every time. I am surprisingly enjoying this show so much.
I'm
I feel like
glad.
I'm enjoying it for all the
Yay.
wrong reasons, though.
It's
But they're the
fine.
right reasons for me. Anyway, Queen Jellyfish makes a Kitara. They fight. And then it turns out Spanish lady could speak English the whole time, so she was just being purposely difficult. And then we had the little G.I. Joe lesson of the day. I think this is a direct quote. It's like, friendship is the same in any language. I didn't really even see this whole she couldn't speak the same language as this person as an actual conflict. It was just like, oh, hey, I don't speak Spanish, but we have other people who speak, whatever.
Okay.
Everyone was still being nice. I don't know. I think they were just trying to stuff in an obligatory PSA at the end. What were you guys' thoughts on this?
Okay, so, and this was kind of lost in translation, I think.
I feel like everything that I'm saying is just getting lost in translation.
Well, this is from the original over to the dub.
Okay.
But there's this portion where Wesley and Elliot are downstairs in the basement on a computer, and
I do
Elliot
kind of
says
remember that.
to
Yeah.
Wesley,
Okay. So
I hope, and he says, I hope the party ends safely. So he knew something was going to happen. So he planned this whole party.
well, yeah,
just so-
he's got a bit of a QB like
I know.
like vibe a little bit, and Goku's a jerk in this one for the most part. I'm not gonna be surprised if he turns out to like have revealed like, oh, he used to be a world conquering queen, but yeah, they're like the whole point of the party was like because like they're endangered species and whatnot that they're doing. I think they were like they wanted to try to find more Powerpuff Rangers to complete the team because there's supposed to be 5 of them, and we're missing a monkey and a wolf.
Yep.
And as far as I'm aware, that didn't work.
No.
But
Well,
maybe they were trying to
because-
draw in Queen Jellyfish. I don't know.
I think they were trying to like, I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of the party was, but they were doing it purposely,
Yeah.
hoping that something bad would happen.
Yep. They got ulterior motives, to
Yeah,
say
do
the
you have-
least.
Do you have thoughts on this at all?
Not really. I mean, not any different from what's already been said.
Okay.
I feel like I'm taking up all the airtime on this one.
Well,
That's okay.
it's all right. We're laughing. It's okay.
No opinions on Kitara or anything? Like, I think it's
No.
interesting that they're using humans to, like, amplify the animal.
Oh.
What I'm wondering is, do they need to
Oh.
find an animal and a thing to
No.
combine?
Mm-mm.
Because I was
No.
like, where are you going to get a cheetah at this hour?
Well, because the thing is like they use their soul gems, I suppose, if you want
So
to
we
call
all
them
have an
that.
inner animal spirit?
A little bit. It's like
your
a pure
fursona.
spirit.
It's your fursona.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God. Why are you doing this to me, Gav? Oh. Oh. Oh.
That's what I thought when I was
There is not a
watching
furry
it.
inside of me. There should
that
not
you
be a
know of.
furry in all of us. If you're a furry, that's fine. You can have a furry inside of you. Not my thing. Okay, so everyone's got a furry spirit.
Yeah, but it was like, I was like reminded of Madoka because their souls turn into gems.
Yeah.
So
They do that in
I
Full
was
Metal
like-
Alchemist, too.
I'm like, But anyway, so
At least they get to keep theirs afterwards.
yeah, it's true. Episode 7.
Episode 7. Okay, I'm assuming this is one you were really looking forward to. Because you like Monkey. Okay, so once more, Pinky
I love her.
is so mad about having to do all the work because Snobby Leia, Goku, and Wesley are just like, you do all the work. And I guess lettuce doesn't help either at this point. But yeah, she's coming back from the grocery store with a bunch of veggies or something. And she stops in the park, and lo and behold, there is this small unattended child, who is just a street performer who can do basically anything, I guess. because they're like doing acrobatic and spinning plates and breathing fire and shooting themselves out of cannons. I don't know where you got a cannon from, but they did it and doing all this sorts of stuff. And she's like, hey, you know, wait, give me a tip. And like, what am I like? This one had some good lines. It was like, don't do drugs and stay in school, and then just walks away.
That's funny.
But Shorty's like, no. How about a tip? He's like, I want some dough, some greenbacks, some all this. She's like, I'm like, holy crap! Like, part of me, it didn't happen, but part of me was really hoping that the majority of the episode was going to be Pinky trying to avoid Shorty, and Shorty just kept like appearing in front of her. Like, you guys ever see Droopy Dog cartoons where he's like looking for a tip from the guy who didn't give him one? It's like, gratuities accepted, sir. And like, I would love this show so much if it did that. It didn't, but it was still fun. Then, yeah, the monkey girl, not the monkey girl yet, it's the short girl.
Pudding.
Shorty
Pudding.
had a shortbread, short bus. I don't know.
Pudding. Just
Pudding.
call her Pudding.
I'll call her Pudding. That seems
Pudding Pop.
Yeah, Pudding Pop. I don't know. Cake Pop. I don't. I'm reaching for names to call these people that aren't their actual names. But anyway, Pudding is like really bugging Pinky, and eventually Pinky just goes full persona and like pops her tail and ears, and she's like, holy crap, is those real? And she like runs off with a child. Like, there's a lot of kidnapping in this show, like way more than I expected there to be. But, you know, I guess it's all just swept under the rug for the most part. And she's like, hey, so they are real and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, show me how to get this. And it's like the Pudding keeps bugging Pinky. And Pinky eventually is just snaps and is like, hey, screw you, leave. And go home or whatever. And like as soon as like they said that, I was like, she's probably homeless, isn't she? It's like, you're a dick. This is just like the usual way of going about you're a dick. But that did lead to again, one of my favorite lines in this is I don't know how this was in the sub, but it's hilarious in the dub. You guys, like, she's like walking around, he's like, maybe I was too harsh or something. And then she's like, I hear some movement behind me, and she's like turns around, like, okay, kid, you're just okay, so that's a bird. So yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing it justice, but it is like, if you watch this with us, you know the line. Go back in the dub, because it's a great line read of just, they had no idea what to do in this scenario. It's like, let's just fill the lip flaps, basically. But great line, in my opinion. And then Queen Jellyfish shows up. And again, a great line. Something about... did he steal another Spanish person's soul? Because he's like saying something like, sorry, senorita. And he takes someone's soul. Again. Stop watching the sub. Watch the dub. It's fantastic.
I'm not sure. I think the thing is because later on the monster is called Samba.
Yeah, it's a Samba lizard. And it just says Samba, Samba, Samba the whole time.
Yes.
I'm just like,
It's a Pokemon. Get over it.
Whoever's doing some of this stuff is like, I don't know what they're on, but it's amazing. I have a note that just says gay scream. I'm assuming at some point someone hit Queen Jellyfish and he just squealed like, ah!
Yeah. Oh no. When he makes that one face where he gets hit in the face with the ball. He's like, ah!
Yes. Lovely. The guy doing his performance, who I believe is also, I still think is also Wesley. Just you did Oscar for you, because it's hilarious. I love it. Then there was a Samba lizard. What was their power? I don't remember. All I remember is the maracas and the samba samba samba. I think they had an extendable tail.
It was like,
I don't know what their gimmick was other than the samba dancing.
Oh, the fire thing.
They breathe fire?
They could, like, shoot, like, you know those dinosaurs that have the, like, are the lizards that from like Jurassic Park that like
Oh, the
top of
frilly
his head.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it shoots fire.
Is it supposed to be like a frilled lizard?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay,
then it,
that's
like,
all right.
could shoot fire.
Okay, I think I'm remembering that a little bit. Anyway, though, um, then then Powerpuff Rangers show up, and Samba Samba's like kicking their ass. I'm like doing a dance every time I say Samba Samba. We're eventually just gonna have to do this as a video thing.
Yeah.
Samba's like kicking their ass, and eventually, like Pudding shows back up, and she's like, "Hey, don't be doing that, dick," and she got a glowy thing on her, I like forehead or something.
Yeah, it's her mark.
Yeah, she got a mark, and
Oh, hi, Mark.
yeah, no, Mark was not in this episode as far as I'm aware. I would remember that. But yeah, so and then Wing Karibo shows up, and he pukes out a pendant,
Yep.
which led to probably my favorite line. Snobby Leia says he's giving the beggar a power pendant. Whoever the writer on this was. Again. We all know the greatest comedic dub is the ADV Ghost Stories dub. This is definitely a contender for second. If not, it's in the top 5. Because this is just a hilarious dub to me. Like, it's like, who wrote? Oh god, he's giving the beggar a pendant.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Stop watching the
dub
sub.
because-
There's no point. The dub is better. The dub is genuinely so entertaining.
Oh, I need
I don't-
to keep watching episodes once we're done here because ugh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see how the sub could be funnier than the dub is. It doesn't register to me. But yeah, they turn out to be a monkey, and they do some monkey flips and monkey tricks, and Goku should be really jealous because he's the real monkey. And
Oh,
God,
wait.
what else?
For her attack, she encases
Magic-
them in flan. Magic flan.
That's what that was.
That's what that is.
Okay, so
'Cause
Pudding
it's
got
pudding.
pudding, and with her magic tambourines that do ching ching chang ching 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 ding ding. That's how a tambourine sounds, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how do you make a tambourine sound with your mouth? Yeah, magic tambourine and beats the monster, and they're working at the cafe, and yeah, end episode.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I honestly, like, when I saw Dred's face when he got hit in the face with the ball, I'm like, I forgot that expression existed, and I'm so glad that I saw it.
It is fun.
Oh.
It is fun. I'll be honest. Monkey annoys me.
Does she?
Yes. Like at first, it's like I feel like it's like you're really funny in small doses. But it's like one of those like little kid characters who's like constantly repeating themselves so much that I'm just like, okay, it's funny the first 2 times, and now it's nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, you would hate her in the original then.
Oh no, there's no way I'm switching to sub.
Her little catchphrase.
She has a catchphrase. What's her catchphrase?
None of that.
None of that.
Nanoda.
Nanoda.
Yes.
Okay.
She says it pretty much every sentence. And it's kind of irritating.
Oh, is that like the Believe It or Datebayo from Naruto thing?
A little bit.
Okay. I like the Believe It. I always thought that was funny.
No, but she
the
ends
joke that comes out of it.
every sentence. Every sentence.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Naruto was when he first it's like Datebayo or whatever.
Believe it.
Believe it. I don't believe it. Kill the non-believer.
Kitty.
Sean the non-believer.
Yeah. No, yeah, I found Monkey kind of annoying after a while. Like at first, like, again, she's hilarious to begin with. She's doing all this stuff. She's like, "How about some money?" And, um, yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Again, like, I think they would be hilarious just in smaller doses. Like, it's one of those jokes that just goes on a little too long that they're constantly talking. I feel like they're restricted. I feel like they would have cut it a little more, but I think they're restricted by the fact that it is a dub and they have to, like, basically just do the lip flaps as the lip flaps are, so it's like, you know, you can't really cut stuff or abridge it in any way. I don't know. What do you like? I feel like I'm talking, like, doing 90% of the talking. I feel like I'm not giving you guys a chance. What other thoughts are there?
I mean, my thoughts for Pudding is just, like, she's a goofball, but, like, we'll get backstory on her later.
Oh, I'm sure it's tragic as hell, because she's a homeless girl trying to make some money on the streets.
Not necessarily tragic, but it's you're gonna be reminiscent of another certain character that we've already seen from our childhood.
Okay, I watched too many things in my childhood to know. Okay, is it Oliver Twist? He was an orphan.
No, it's another anime character.
Okay.
So, we'll get there.
I like in the sub.
It's not as good as the dub. I don't know what you're gonna say. It's not as good as the dub.
Queen Jellyfish
Queen Jellyfish.
calls Pinky a bunch of
You can call them by their real names. I'm just doing this for effect.
Okay. Well,
Kish
Kish calls
calls
Ichigo by a bunch of different, like, pet names, like,
All the
hey,
time.
Hey, kitty cat, and
Yeah,
like,
they make a couple of...
how's it going, honey?
Yeah,
Oh,
they make
yeah,
some
he
cat
calls her
puns
honey.
every now and then. I find it hilarious when he says kitty cat.
Hey, kitty cat.
Yeah.
Me too. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think he called her some stuff. Nah, it's mostly kitty cat, I think.
Yeah. I guess I kind of feel the same way about, like, Pudding. Like, I like Pudding in, like, I think Pudding's better in, like, the next episode.
A
Where
little bit.
It's not as focused on her.
Yeah, like when the episode
she was
isn't
much more
focused
tolerable
on her, it's fine. Like when her crazy isn't played up for the effect of the show.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? Should we go on to the last episode?
I'm good.
Yeah, we can go on.
Okay, so on to the obligatory hot spring episode.
Yes.
Which I never, like, at a certain point I really wondered, like, does everyone just, like, constantly, like, go to hot springs, like, every year in Japan or something? Is that just, like, are they that prominent? Or, I don't know. Anime may have skewed my views of Japan in completely the wrong or the completely right direction. I will never know unless I go there. But yeah, so it's the hot spring episode. I have a note right up front for episode 8. Monkey is annoying. Oh, yeah, she's doing her shtick of like the street performing stuff in the cafe, and I guess it's like drumming up business, so that's good. But I don't think that Pinky is very happy about it. At least I don't remember that. She did like a dolphin laugh though. I'm trying to remember what the context was, but yeah, she laughed like a dolphin at one point.
Who did?
Interesting.
Pinky. Look it up. I don't know. It was a lot more like or something like that, but I might be wrong. I'm like looking at my notes. I'm like trying to remember it, but like I can't remember it for sure. But I think she did do a dolphin laugh. But Lettuce has won an all expenses paid trip to a spa out in the country, and they're like, wow, that's good for you. No, it's good for us, because I, of course, got 3 other passes for my friends, because, like, that's how these always plot conveniences work. And they go up into the mountains, but, you know, there's no, like, car or bus stop or something, so it's like they have to hike the whole way up there. and they gotta stop at a shrine for Uzumaki Ishijo Gaki. There's a forest god, and they're having lunch, lettuce made lunch, and they're raving about lunch, and I'm getting like Lucky Star episode 1 flashbacks. But other Mark, sorry, Mark has a doppelganger named Marco. Yeah.
Yes.
Marco.
Yeah.
Polo.
Yeah. So Marco. Well, hi, Marco.
It doesn't work as well.
No, it doesn't. But Marco is like saying like, "Hey, don't disrespect the forest god because he's like the protector of the mountain." They're trying to develop this land into a hotel or something, but the forest god, he's like got this like weird zealot look and this way of like talking that is just like the forest god will like. Everyone doesn't believe in the forest god, but they'll all see, and it's like he's like worried about like the god of wrath coming down and like blowing up bulldozers or something. It's he's fun. He is so fun. But yeah, I have a note because they find the hot springs, and there's some monkeys in there. They're like, oh my god, look at all the chimps. Those are not chimps. Those are snow monkeys, golden macaques, which are native to Japan and blah, blah, blah. You guys are endangered animal conservationists, basically. How do you not know the difference between an African chimpanzee and a Japanese golden macaque?
It's America.
Oh, you're right. It is a dub. They're stupid. Did they say it was a macaque? Or just say monkey? Either way, a chimpanzee is technically different from a monkey. So, yeah. I believe it's part of the great apes, which are tailless, as opposed to though these golden macaques did not have tails. I don't know. There's a lot of inaccuracies for a show that's about conservation and animal rights.
Ooh, burn.
Is it? I don't know. It's like, it's how old? Oh, wow, you burned a 15-year-old show. Look at me, you're really digging it into him. Then they're like, then there's these lights in the distance, and everyone jumps out of the water like, holy crap! There's the god of wrath has come to destroy us all, and they're like, well, we're sorry. They're like bowing to it. We're sorry, we did terrible thing or whatever. And it's a bulldozer, which I don't know for sure, but it might have been the voice actor for Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh with his Brooklyn accent.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. His line, hey, these woods have been cleared for excavation. You girls better put some clothes on.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
I really am, because this is just a funny show. But, yeah. So they find out, hey, Lettuce, you need to take a look at your travel brochure because it says this place isn't going to be built for a year. And
LOL.
yeah, so they trekked up for nothing. But like then Marco shows up, and he's like, hey, he's like pulling a full Lorax, like, save the trees, don't bulldoze all this stuff. And the guy behind the bulldozer is not taking his shit. He's like, hey, get out of the way or I'm going to run you over. And everyone else is kind of going like, oh no, I hope he's okay. But like, I'm going to note this. I don't know if you guys look really closely at Monkey. She wants him run over. Everyone else has like this look of like, oh my god, but she's like smiling like, yeah, hit him. Like, oh my god, you psycho. And he doesn't get run over, but he does fall into like a ravine. And again, it's like that shot of all of them, and they're all going, oh no, except for Monkey. Again, I'm pretty sure she had a smile on her face. Like, yeah, I hope he's dead. Like, sorry, Monkey's a fucking psycho. And I kind of love it. I kind of love that part of their character. It's like, come on, show me what death looks like.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
If we ever, it's like, I feel like if we abridge this, that just might be their character. It's like, come on, I'm gonna kill them all. Like, they're gonna be Danny DeVito. I'm the trash man. For anyone wondering, this is kind of like what it was like whenever we started writing Madoka Magica.
It
It's just like
was.
throw some ideas around, see what works.
This is why Mom is a vampire.
Yeah, well, I still don't. It's like it just sounded. It's like such a good, funny thing. We were just like, and now we don't know what to do with it. It's like, what do we do with that? I'm still gonna stand by it though, because it's it's funny. But yeah, Monkey wants Marco run over, but Marco does not get run over. What he does get is jellyfished hard by Queen Jellyfish. And he turns into a Kappa, which I did not think was an actual monster. Right, oh, there was like something about like otters. He really likes otters. Mm-hmm. And there was like a river, and that's like why he doesn't want anything to change, because like, you know, like he's an actual conservationist, it looks like. Mm-hmm. The other members of Power Rangers Wild Force should probably like take some notes. But he turns into a Kappa, and they try to fight him, but he farts them into submission.
He
Oh, yeah.
does.
Yep.
And I don't know what sound effects they used in the sub, but the sound effects they use in the dub are hilarious. Because it is like that like, I don't know, just stock cartoon, very long, wet fart sound. And it changes decibels and it's pitch a couple times. It's hilarious. And I'm like, it's like, I'm really like that immature that I'm gonna laugh at this dumb fart joke, but I am. But Monkey can't smell it because they got out of the hot springs too early or whatever, and they're all cold, and they got a cold, and they got the sniffles now. So Monkey comes in to save the day because they can't smell the farts, and they trap the Kappa in pudding, and then everyone else. So all the farts are like contained in the dessert, and then it can't affect anyone else. So they blow it up with all their heart power and heart arrows and battle castanets, which are still part of one of the funniest things about this show. And all the recycled animation. It probably wouldn't be that noticeable had they not used the same animation 3 times in like episode 3. With the battle castanets thing. It's literally the same thing, and it all happened in like less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm like slowly realizing what's her face? Snobby Leia has like air powers, and Lettuce has water powers, and I think Monkey has earth powers. I'm betting whenever we find Wolf, she got fire powers, which means that Pinky has heart, and eventually they come together to form Captain Planet. Yes. Yep. I'm waiting for it. And honestly, would it be that weird? Because they are trying to save the planet and endanger species. I'm like, these guys are the Planeteers.
That's like how it is with every, like, I feel like magical girl.
I know, but like this is the one where I'm like, oh my god, this is starting to turn into Captain Planet. So I might stop calling them Powerpuff Rangers and it's like the Planeteers. So the Planeteers beat the farting Kappa, and Marco is free, and Queen Jellyfish fucks off somewhere. And then they're like, hey, you should just start a petition to like get them to stop building on like sacred land. And he's like, hey, I should do that. And by the end of the day, they have so many signatures to get it all done, and it's like, yeah, we did it. And there was like one guy. There was like one they animate some of the townspeople or whatever, and they're like so freaked out that like something is happening. I think it was the Kappa. It might not have been. I think it was. It's like, I knew we shouldn't have like let these city folk do these things. It's like it feels almost like Old Man Jenkins. I knew no good would come of them city folk and their flying machines. Like this one guy's animated face is just like so horrified. It's like, it's great. Great episode, great series, love it. New favorite anime. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't know if I'm just super easy to entertain, or like I just make my own entertainment out of a
I think
so situation. But I'm just having so much fun.
I think you were expecting to absolutely hate it, that the fact that you find it funny is making it better for you.
See, what I thought was going to happen was that it was going to be boring and generic. And I'm not going to lie, it's generic in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Like, there's like a ton of tropes here that I've seen in 100 different shows. But at the same time, and I think the dub is part of what helps it, it's kind of self-aware in how cliched a lot of it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And some of the lines in dubbing is just, like, pitch perfect for, like, just comedic effect, it feels like. And, like, that's just enough for me to be like, okay. I can ignore the generic crap that I've seen 100 times over because, like, you're actually making me chuckle at a lot of this stuff. So.
Yeah.
You can be boring and generic, just make me laugh. Like, I think it's like, and it's not as good as this, but like Deadpool kind of had the same thing, where it was like, you see the first Deadpool movie, it is the most bare bones story there is. Someone did something bad to me, and I want revenge, and there's a love interest. That's it. That's all. That's the entirety of Deadpool. But they kind of work with the cliches that they're working with. They kind of poke fun at themselves and the cliches and everything else, and like even if they are using them still, it's like, okay, it's just funny. It's fun. They're having a good time. Tokyo Mew Mew and Mew Mew Power are not as good as Deadpool. I want to throw that out there right now. But I'm getting kind of a similar. There's some similar elements. Just they're just like. I think it's because they don't take themselves too seriously. Mm-hmm. If they were like taking themselves seriously, I'd be like, this is just. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like some. I think this thing knows that it's kind of not a joke itself, but like kind of one of those shows that shouldn't be like taken super seriously.
Right.
And I think that just works to its advantage a lot. What are your guys' thoughts on the episode? I feel like I'm just
Honestly, I got bored.
You got bored?
Again, yes. Like, anything that isn't really plot sort of driving to me and is more filler for these kinds of things it kind of bores me. So I'll, like, lose interest pretty quickly, especially because I've already seen the episode before.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to watch the dub.
I do.
I'm telling you, watch the dub
because
you're at the very least going to get some really funny lines here and there. Like I think like every episode has at least one or two lines that
the thing is,
make me laugh.
I want to go back and just like rewatch all of it so bad because I remember as a child that Dren and all of his lines were some of my favorite things to come out of that show.
Anytime he's on screen, he steals the show because like, he's hilarious.
I'm like, that voice. I'm like, and the thing is I've heard his voice also in Pokemon. I forget what character he played, but he was...
I can look it up real quick,
I think it was in the arc with May and Max. And he was one of May's rivals.
Season 3. I didn't watch much of that. That was about the point where I was starting to get kind of out of Pokemon and the anime. I kind of stuck with the games and whatnot, but like, yeah, I was a little past watching the anime. Mm-hmm. Who the hell does his voice? That's a Japanese guy. I don't think that's the guy who did the one on our version. You guys can keep talking. I just gotta find this.
Okay.
I don't know. I just love Tokyo Mew Mew / Mew Mew Power so much.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Rannells.
Andrew Rannells?
He's the voice actor for Dren, and I keep saying that he's also Wesley, but I'm gonna actually double check that because I might be wrong. No, he is also Wesley.
Okay.
So I was right. Who is he in Pokemon? God, he's been in a lot of things that I've seen, apparently. Morty, Harley, and additional voices.
Harley.
Harley.
Okay,
I don't remember
yes.
Harley.
He honestly looked like one of those cacti, like Pokemon. That's how he dressed. All the
Cacturn?
frickin' yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I think I remember thinking he was a funny character too. Mostly.
Oh,
because...
he's Matthew on Big Mouth. That makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Buddy. Hi, buddy. Hello, honey bunny.
He's King George
Guys.
III in Hamilton.
Wait, he is?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah. And he was Elder Kevin Price in the Book of Mormon. That's like one of the few actual Broadway shows I've actually seen. Is the Book of Mormon.
Oh my God, he's King George.
You know what's also kind of funny?
What?
I don't know if you guys remember Liberty Kids.
Yes.
He was Alexander Hamilton.
Oh my God.
I feel like we're playing 6 Degrees to Kevin Bacon just with his like IMDb page.
Oh.
No, yeah, he's fun. He might be the best voice actor on this show.
Oh no, he is by far. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But so, any final thoughts that we have on this set of episodes at all?
Nothing I can think of. I mean, I get out most of my thoughts whenever I'm recapping, I think.
Not really. I mean, it's good and funny as always.
I think mine's funnier. I think you guys gotta switch over to dub.
I might.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm
I'm
sure they have like some jokes in that in the sub, but I don't know, man. It's just you guys like think about it at the very least. You guys are missing out on Dren, and he's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm missing it. I'm missing him quite a bit. I'm like, why didn't I just go back and rewatch the dub instead? Because, oh, he's just all the
He's great.
time. He makes me laugh.
Again, everyone says 4Kids is terrible. Yes,
Not for this.
but
Not for this.
But a lot of times they can be so bad it's good. And it's like it's not even like it's that bad of a dub. Like they're getting their lip flaps, and for the most part, other than like Mark, everyone like kind of sounds about the right age and whatnot. And and granted, it's a little more comedic, I'm sure, but than it was in the original. And I'm sure the original probably takes itself a little more seriously. Does it? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Like, the original is. I feel like it's probably a bit more serious, but not that serious. Actually, I think it's just. Let me put it this way. I think they're both goofy, but the lines in the dub are funnier.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just the way they word them.
Well, I think part of it might be, and I've kind of noticed this, like, just in general with, like, certain comedies and whatnot, I think there's just, like, some translation issue with
Yeah,
certain
for sure.
jokes from Japanese to English.
Well, because a lot of Japanese line reads that I've been reading, like a lot of them are wordplay and puns,
Yeah.
which is not a lot of what we do here necessarily in America. Like, we're not going for witty. We're actually going for something that's actually going to make you chuckle.
Yeah. Like, I like wordplay sometimes. I think it can be pretty good. But, like, I think part of the problem is, like, when it translates or something, or you're making a pun or something that rhymes, something in Japanese that rhymes and puns and makes sense, when you read it in the sub, it doesn't make sense anymore for a pun a lot of times. Like, oh, what was the one line? From Doki Doki.
Monica.
Yeah, the Monica squid thing.
Monica.
Yeah, because what? Yeah, I'm sure that's. Yeah, that's like. Oh God, I'm like trying to think of a good example.
It's an example of wordplay.
Yeah, but like you yeah, but. But like if you had like someone named Cartman and you just called him Fartman, like it's like feels like one of those like easy yeah, but you get a little chuckle out of that because it like makes sense. You get that kind of thing, but yeah, it's kind of lost in translation, which is why I don't really go for a whole lot of comedies from Japan that like try to be like wordplay clever or something. Like I've watched some comedies from Japan and like some anime comedy, but it tends to not be something that I like so much. Unless again, it's in the dub or something, and it's like they can add jokes that actually translate, or well, they don't have to translate, but like they actually like work for the audience a little more.
Or they can at least have something that'll at least match the lip flaps.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They like you. There's some rewrite. Like I think like a lot of times nowadays, a lot of things are like direct translation almost. So I don't know that there's as much creative writing. I mean, you obviously have the workaround stuff, but
Right.
yeah, I don't think people, and plus with the way anime comes out and gets dubbed and all that other stuff, I don't feel like people have the time anymore. But
No.
I kind of miss it when people like kind of rewrote a script and not necessarily completely rewrote the show, but like wrote in some things that just kind of work better for the audience that they were sending it to. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of going by the wayside. Cause like, I don't know. You guys watching the Fate series?
No.
I watch, and I'm not like I haven't played a game yet, but I watched like Fate Zero because people said it was really good, and it was, and then I watched what was it? Unlimited Blade Works that they came out, Ufotable, and it. In the original Japanese, I don't know how to say it, and I don't know what the line read would be, but like translated, it's basically saying like, "Oh wow, the archer class is full of archers." It's just a really, really dumb line that doesn't translate at all. But I think even in the dub, they still kept the line like she's talking to a guy literally named Archer, who's an archer class servant, and she's like, "Wow, so the archer class really is full of archers." I'm like, "What the fuck did you think it was full of?" But I don't know. It's like I feel like you're dubbing this. You don't have to say everything exactly the same. You could literally put in any other line here, but you chose not to. That's weird to me. But yeah, unless they were trying to like make a meme out of it. Which I think it always was. It's like, actually, Fate has a ton of poorly translated lines. Like, people die when they're killed.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's a phrase in Japanese that is so much more profound than that, but that's what it translates to in English, and it just doesn't work. But, yeah. Fate goes to Meme Town a lot, I think. Not as much as JoJo, but I think JoJo does it on purpose. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like there should be some memes coming out of this one. I just can't think of anything that's really like...
I'm waiting for him to say, "What's new, pussycat?" I'm waiting for it.
That would be good. I'm wondering if they're going to be that smart.
I really hope so.
I should mention that they do that Mew Mew freestyle rap every time they transform now.
Oh yeah.
But I like that Snob Buns was even she was like, "Are you gonna say that thing you say every time?" And it's like,
Mew style,
and like
Mew Mew power in your face.
yeah, and they're like, "Do we really have to do this? Just say it." I'm like, okay, that's
For
good
your evil
character.
actions, I'll make you pay.
Nope, they don't say
Sailor
that.
Moon.
They don't?
Nope.
Maybe that's just the manga.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's the manga. And I'm trying to remember what they say in the original. What do they say in the original?
Mew Mew style, Mew Mew grace, Mew Mew power, all in your face.
No. That's the dub in the original.
That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Can't remember. Something about...
Saving the planet.
Yeah.
And then ending it with, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird show, fun show. It's a yay for me. I'm looking forward to the next
Still a
4
yay
episodes.
For me.
It's weird. Like I get recommended anime every now and then. It's like people recommending Madoka. And it's a lot of it is like, you know, I might watch this, I might not watch this, but like it's a couple shows like this and Madoka Magic was like where I look at it and I'm like, I'm gonna hate this, and then it's amazing. Which eventually we'll have to talk about, like the first time we watched Madoka, because like,
Oh yeah.
I was calling some stuff pretty early, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts?
Well, I can't wait for the next couple episodes because we finally get to meet our fifth person.
Oh, cool. We're good. Yeah, and this is because if we mentioned this last week that the dub episode 1 of the dub is not episode 1, it's episode 12 because they wanted to do it as a preview whenever they released it on TV. So
it's either episode 12 or 13.
Well, whichever. Well, I'll figure out.
One.
I think I did look it up. It is 12.
Okay.
That they replaced it with. So I've been like watching on this playlist on YouTube, which if you're looking for a place to find it, YouTube has them all, and they're not being taken down for some reason.
Nope.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that list, it orders it in broadcast order. So I was on 9 for 8, and I skipped 1. So after this, I'll be on normal numbers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, for me, it'll be a 10, 11, 12, and 1, which will put me back to, yeah. But yeah. Not really important, just as a side note as what I'm doing, because life's confusing. Yeah. 9 through 12 next week. Good times. Hopefully. Probably. I don't know how I'm gonna stop enjoying the series unless they just stop being funny altogether, which, at this rate, I don't know. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.